always yell at me if I don't hit it. And then I go over here and I hit this. And don't worry, Lindsey and I are going to learn the presentation at the same time you all are. And then we go slideshow and we get to from the beginning. Look at that. Yay. So guys, the whole thing today, welcome. We are all excited that you are here. I am Krampus. And for those of you that didn't dress up, remember, I'll visit you on Christmas Eve. So that being said, I can be fed off with cookies, by the way. I do accept bribes. Just putting that out there.
What kind?
Chocolate chip, not the oatmeal raisin, because oatmeal raisin is the devil's cookie. Okay, it looks like a chocolate chip and it's really not. All right, so we don't do that. But here's the thing. So there's been a lot of changes with Virgin. There's been a lot of changes in the promotions, and we have a lot of other stuff that's happening. That being said, look, are you proud of me? All these people enter the waiting room and I let them in. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start our presentation. If I can remember not to touch the face paint, it will be a good day. Now, if you have questions, throw them on in the chat. Hopefully Lindsey will catch them, because we tried to make it so she would actually control this, but it wouldn't let her to control it. So therefore, we're all up to me. In case you're wondering who we are, when I am not Krampus, I am part of the Smoky Mountain Bears. There's Scott and Sean, and there's Ms. Lindsey. And just so you know, Ms. Lindsey is so much more than just in charge of 25 states within Virgin Voyages. She actually works with me, which means that she gets therapy every Thursday and Saturday. So don't worry, I'm only responsible for 2 of the 2 days that she goes. All right,
exactly.
So, and we are going to add a 3rd day later, but that solely has to do with the fact that we're trying to go ahead and straighten out Katie's sailor ID. So when we do. So now, guys, what we're going to talk about is really setting sail the Virgin Way. And we're going to give you a whole bunch of new things that are happening. Many of you have not seen any of these slides before because we haven't seen them before. We made them up today. And he said, we're not exactly sure what we're going to say, but we're going to get there. Why are we not moving? So the very first thing is this year. Is there anyone here who's going to do 4 and 24?
I am.
Right?
I definitely am.
Right, so you've got 4 ships launching this year. Those of you who are on New Year's Eve, if you're going in May, guess what? You're on a different ship, the Scarlet Lady. And get this, if you're going next New Year's Eve, you're on the Brilliant Lady. You might as well pick up that one, Resilient Lady over the summer. Just saying, there's still time, and we have promotions for that. Lindsey, do you want to tell them where we're going to be stationed?
Yes, so we've got a few different options that we're looking at, but let me tell you about our 4 ships. For those that haven't been on already, our ships are not like these mega cities at sea where you're going to get lost and there's 12,000 people on board. That's just my territory. They're not going to be on the ship. Our ships are more medium-sized ships. The max of sailors, that's what we call our passengers on board. You'll hear a lot of cheekiness with our lingo. But our sailors, our max is 2770. And basically with our crew on board, it's basically 1 crew member for every 2 sailors. We have 17 decks, so you're not going to get super lost on deck 45. When it comes to our ships, I will say that we've got a lot of different options for our cabins. But right now we have 4 ships. We have our Scarlet Lady that lives here with me in Miami. She does 4 and 5 night sailings. Valiant Lady actually stays here in the winters, and like every diva, she summers in the Mediterranean in Barcelona. She'll also be doing a few trips transatlantic back and forth from Miami back to Barcelona. Then we have our Resilient Lady. So Sean and I and Scott will be sailing on our Resilient Lady out of Athens, June 25th, if anybody wants to jump onto that one. But we'll be in Athens starting May 14th. That's our very first sailing right there in Athens. And after a bit of time over in the Mediterranean, she's actually going to sail over to Australia and New Zealand for anybody that's ever wanted to try a sailing over there. Really nice stops in between. If you total all 3 sailings for the transatlantic or the trans sailings over there, it's about 45 days. They're split in between 14 and 15 day itineraries. My favorite is the one that goes from Singapore to Dubai and then back. We're definitely looking at that on the calendar, but we'll talk about that, if not this session, next session. Then, of course, we have our Brilliant Lady. Brilliant Lady is our fourth and final ship. She's going to round out our fleet this year. Yes, you heard right. We're adding 2 ships in 1 year. Send me all your good juju, please. Not Krampus over there. But yes, we are going to be sailing December of this year in San Juan, Puerto Rico. She's going to be staying in San Juan and doing 7-night sailings over there. So really amazing with all of our ships. And I will share with you, if you have sailed on our ships, they're sister ships, but just like every sister, they have their own personality. So don't think that they're all the same. And if you've ever dated twins, you know what I mean.
So, I'm just going to say,
At the same time.
So as we go through this, you heard Lindsey said we'll be going on the Brilliant Lady. That's right. She is joining us on New Year's Eve. Woo! Now, things that make us different. What makes sailing Virgin different? The thing I like the most, quite frankly, it's adult only. And when it's adult only, it changes the whole tone of the whole conversation, the type of entertainment, and everything else that can happen on the ship. The other thing is Virgin is very transparent. All food and drink is included. You don't have any specialty restaurant upcharges. Now, when I say drink, I'm talking about all your basic beverages. They're all already included. So tea, soda, coffee, water. Yes, it's all there for you. We'll get to the alcohol in a minute. It's also an inclusive cruise line. And what I love about this is people are allowed to be themselves. And as a result of that, it basically makes it so that way they can do whatever. You can just be yourself and live your own life. So if the crew is there and the guy has tattoos, nobody cares. The question is, can he do his job? He doesn't have to cover them. He doesn't have to hide himself. If somebody's got pink hair, they have pink hair. Nobody cares. And you're able to go and have a really good time. And the other part about this is the crew is actually happy. It's very weird. When you go and you talk to them, it's not like they actually are allowed to talk to you. They can be human. They actually have Wi-Fi so they can talk to their loved ones. A lot of cruise lines don't give the crew Wi-Fi. They make them pay for it. And Virgin does not. And the crew is very interactive. If you're not having a good time, they're going to come check you out and they're going to ask, hey, what's going on? Why? What do you need something? Are we not feeding you well? What is it? That being said, always included is luxury. There's no add-on. So you have your essential drinks. The gratuities and Wi-Fi are included. It's not something that you're going to hear about 2 weeks before you go on the cruise. They're not going to turn to you and say, hey, guess what? Well, you now have to pay $16 a day for your tips. No, it's already calculated in your voyage fare. All shows and entertainment are included. If you decide you want to go see dual reality or go to the festival stage, all included. Also included all group fitness classes. So, and those are changing over. And so there's always kind of something new. So a lot of us that have been on a couple of the cruises got used to certain routines and we were all excited. Now we get to go do new things all over again. And that's actually pretty exciting. And the reviews are in, and let me just tell you, guess what? Sensory overload, drum roll, dun, 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 dun. They just swept the Cruise Critic Awards. They are the first cruise line to sweep those awards and win all of them in the large cruise ship category. They won best overall cruise line, best dining, best cabins, best service, and best value for the money. And there's a reason everyone's talking about them. And on top of that, Lindsey, you just won another one, didn't you?
Let's see. Well, we're up for a nomination for the Wave. So we have another one coming in, and I believe there's a few more jumping in, but it's insane. Right now we have the top highest ratings on TripAdvisor, which is really amazing. And if you don't know much about Virgin Voyages, we just started sailing two and a half years ago. Our first sailing was supposed to be March of 2019. But that didn't quite happen. So here we are now. So it's actually really a great honor to be able to say that we were able to shake up the cruise industry altogether. And it shows with all of these wonderful awards that we're being voted for. So it's really nice.
And, oh, wait, now this is where I get to pause again because you know what happens, right? Admit all. Okay, so So this is the part that Lindsey likes. This is the part that neither one of us has ever gotten right one time that we tried it, but let's see if we can get it. Because now basically, guys, we're going to talk about how now we're voyaging. And this, of course, is one of the stops on the Athens cruise here. But let's see what happens on Now We're Voyaging. Let's see if we get this to work the right way.
I don't hear your music, Sean. That's okay.
No, what's that?
I don't hear the music up from the
No, hear the
laptop.
music. Okay, so, you know, you forgot to remind me about that whole extra thing about what am I supposed to hit? Share sound.
That's right.
Okay. Well, now, just in case anyone wants to know, there was a reason I was actually dancing. And there you go.
Always amazing. Scott, we miss you.
Now, you know what I just noticed? It said resume. I said my screen sharing had paused.
Oh no.
So let's see if it works this time. If not, we're moving right on.
Okay.
Everything working? Yay, it's over. See, I did that so well that you got to see the whole thing in broken parts. And neither Lindsey nor I know how to get off this slide without it actually going to start all over again. See, we're not good at this slide.
Every time.
Okay, there. And now, just in case you're wondering, this is our version of that.
This is why I'm hot, hoes praying that I flop. I'ma keep it simple, you just don't got what I got. My price be going up like every day, and it's a lot. Wait, I'm really that hot, bitch. Yeah, I'm hot. Yeah, I'm really that hot. I'm really that hot, bitch. Yeah, I'm hot. Yeah, I'm motherfucking hot. This is why I'm hot, bitch. Don't want no smoke. Gotta let a lame one know. Yeah, I'm really that hot, bitch. I'm really that.
And that's why we like Scott. He knows how to make all those things.
Yay, Scott. That was great.
Yay.
I haven't seen that one yet. Da, da,
Yeah,
da.
Da-da. So guys, so this is what happens. Now, the first thing that's going to happen before you get on the ship, and I know you're all wondering about itineraries, things like that. That's not important. The important thing is, are you going to be comfortable when you get there? And the nice thing about Virgin is, especially if you're going out of Terminal V in Miami, which is everybody going in May, those folks going in October, those folks basically going almost anytime unless you're going to Europe or you're doing the Brilliant Lady San Juan Mermaiden, you're going to go and you're going to show up at Terminal V. I know you're surprised that Virgin is at Terminal V. Okay. I know you believe it should be a Terminal A, but no, that was taken. So they had to take Terminal B. So what happens is you show up and they have the entire building. And as soon as you show up, you see these giant sets of doors. And then I don't know what's going on there, but we're going to ignore it. And you'll find that you then want to go and you want to find the sailing club. Why? Because basically everyone that works with me is in the sailing club already. You've all already got sailing club status. You all were under that Match and See program. And so you do not have to wait with the masses. You see that lovely sign that says sailing club? You show up. And I can confirm yet again with folks that actually went ahead and that were basically went and boarded Saturday, that even though their times said 4:45 in the afternoon to board, they were on the ship by 1:45 and 2 o'clock.
Nice.
Why? Because they're in the sailing club. When you're in that sailing club, you get expedited boarding priority. So that's really important. Now, just in case you're wondering how you get on the sailing club and what it looks like, we're going to show you. But everyone, I need to make sure you pay attention here. Watch my screen for a second. What's going to happen is we are about to board. And you know what that means, right? Tropical island breeze.
That's right.
Okay, so just be prepared because you don't know what will happen. You could get a big whisk and next thing you know, there's, oh, water everywhere. I never get tired of doing that every week. So now that we've done that, we can go ahead and board and see what's going on. Hopefully. As we're walking through the doors, the first thing that happens is we are seeing the happening staff. The happening staff take the place of the cruise director. They are there to help you and entertain you, and they are there to make sure you have a great time. If you have a question, stop and chat with them. They're very happy to talk to you about it. And then as you board, you're going to find that you're going to be talking to more people. As you get on board, you will have a very good time, and keep asking them about things like, are there any secret shows that I need to go see?
Keep it going.
You look like you're ready to party. Here's the party crew.
So we're gonna go to Taylor first.
Yeah. Yes, we were one of the first to watch board. Then we get to go to the sail away party. Where Scott will be dancing. Now, guys, I know what you're thinking. There weren't a lot of people there. No, that's what happens when you are about an hour early to the sail away party. I just want to point that out. So now that we've done that, I can come over here, and I'm getting better, I think, at this. Maybe not. Nope, not getting any better at this. We're going to do it the other way because it didn't pop up that way. So then we just do this.
I know one day we are going to find out.
We're going to figure this out one day. I know
It's
that
the
one day
videos
we're going to know how to
every time.
do this. You know, as one day we're going to get this, but until we get this, we're just going to skip to the very next slide this way. Because you know what? We've become very good at doing that. Why? We don't know.
Virtual.
For all of you that don't know our frustration, they keep switching back and forth between Google Slides and PowerPoint. and,
PowerPoint.
you know, we're just old and we need to figure this out. Oh, I have paint on my face. So voyages.
Don't
Now we get to
touch.
talk about the cabins and the suites. Lindsay, take it away.
All right. So everyone, I want to share with you our cabins are very fun when you walk in, whether you are in one of my beautiful sea terraces, which is absolutely one of my favorite ones on the ship, or even if you're in one of my fab suites or brilliant suites, it's our cabins really just invite you in and almost welcome you home. Like this is your home away from home, because it is. Now, as you get closer, or as you open your door and you come closer in, the curtains will open up, the lights will turn on, the TV will tell you welcome, and it's so much fun. Absolutely stunning views with those beautiful sea terrace hammocks there waiting for you. 86% of the cabins on my ship have some kind of view or balcony. Every balcony that I have, or sea terrace is what we call them, have these beautiful hammocks, whether it's a regular hammock or now we have these egg chair hammocks that are over in the corner. If you haven't seen those yet, but wait just till you see them. They're brand new. Now, what I absolutely love is you can actually control your TV, your lights, your air conditioning. You can order ship eats. You can order whatever you need, all from a little tablet that's over there. Make sure you charge it every night. But everything is right there at your fingertips, and it's set and ready. I always like to take a vote. Is anybody else like me and has to unpack as soon as you get in, or do you just leave your bag and you come back for it later?
Gotta unpack.
I have to unpack, and I always
Exactly.
bring my own steamer every time. I will tell you, if you need a steamer, save that space in your luggage, bring extra shoes, because we actually have steamers that you can request on the ship that are perfect for your clothes. Now, what I love, you just saw it in the bed set up a certain way. That's called night mode, but you can actually switch your bed around or request our crew to have it switched around if you don't feel like figuring out the L-shaped couch. But what I love is a nice place to bring people in, have some social time. And for me, if I've got my girlfriends in and, you know, we're doing makeup and hair and glitter, nobody's putting their hand on their face, Sean, and then putting it on my sheets. It's on that nice little couch, and I don't have to worry about anyone sitting where I'm going to be sleeping later. Now that's
You don't have to worry. I can share face paint later.
Not on my bed, you don't. Now, I will say, when it comes to my suites, I have only 78 suites on every one of my ships. So that's not a lot of suites. If you are someone that needs to make sure that you are in the penthouse suites over on the Mega Rockstars on deck 15, or you need that suite life with all these amazing amenities, make sure you reach out to Sean as soon as you have a date in mind or for this sailing, because they are gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I believe this right here is this the cheeky corner? It is. It's the cheeky corner suite. Huh? Pop quiz. Got it. So if you are booked into a suite, not only do you have upgraded amenities on your bed as well as in your bathroom area, you also get access to specialized places on the ship. You get a black band instead of a red band. So visually, everyone on the ship knows that you're in the suites. You get a concierge team that's there helping you with your dining, shows, whatever your heart's desire. Now, every suite has an in-suite bar. What I absolutely love is that bar full round is on us while you're in your cabin, which I absolutely love. So if you go in and you see a nice bottle of tequila, you've got your vodka, you've got however your bar set up, until it's gone, it's completely on us. So enjoy that. Now, if you are actually booked into a Mega Rockstar suite, which I know we have a fab suite in here, you get something additional with your drinks. It's drinks on us the whole time you're sailing. So you can get refills if you want nothing but champagne in your suite the whole time. And I do want to say there's some really nice non-alcoholic beverages that we can make sure you're filled up if anybody is booze free. I definitely do try to travel like that sometimes, but there are options for, of course, if you want a booze-free bar. Now, with my Mega Rockstars, they are only on deck 15. This is where if you want to be that rock star that has green M&Ms waiting for you in your cabin, this is where we're going to make sure you're completely taken care of. You get complimentary parking or transfers to and from the ship. Of course, you have a Rockstar concierge team on the ship, but you also get one that is here in Fort Lauderdale to make sure that you're taken care of before you get on the ship. You get that priority boarding. So yes, the sailing club does get priority boarding, but you're going to see our suite sailors go first, and then our sailing club goes next. Now, not only do you get that daily bar tab on us, but we're also going to make sure you have spa access the whole time that you're on your sailing. And you get premium Wi-Fi, meaning that if you want to do a Zoom call like this, the whole time you're there and work from your suite, you definitely can. The massive suite that you're seeing right now, it is the only cabin on the ship. There's only 2 of them that have 2 bedrooms. One bedroom is fully equipped with a PlayStation, Xbox, and a guitar space. It has, I believe, 2 jacuzzis, but tell me if I'm wrong, right? I think it's 2. Yeah. It's the only cabin with a claw bathtub in the cabin itself. And every one of my suites, I do have to share, have a vinyl record player that have custom vinyls already set up. If you want something to switch it out with, our team will work with that. I will share with you, I had to call my mom to ask her how to make the vinyl record player work when I was doing a demo in the cabin. Don't judge me, but I know, right? But that is already set up and ready for you once you're booked into your Mega Rockstar suite. So really fun.
And just remember, Lindsey, we don't judge you till you leave. Oh, I'm not I'm kidding. We judge you already.
I want to see you figure out the vinyl record player. I was like,
honey, I grew up a long time ago. I grew up with a vinyl record player, not this year. So remember, none of this is natural. It's face paint.
Oh, okay. Look, I will say, I want to see what Kyle says when he's playing with his vinyl record player, see how many times it takes him to get it going. It's not easy.
So guys, what's really great and unique about Virgin is also the onboard spaces and all the different things that you can do. And I love showing these pictures of different events that Lindsey or I have helped put together, and just really she hosted this one crew that went through. You can see they're all there, the top right corner there, they're there with their, and those, yes, I know you all are wondering, they actually are shake weights. They are.
Yes.
For the VHS workout. Absolutely. You're doing a 1980s workout. Now, in that group that she's with there, I will tell you, I'm a little disappointed. I don't see all the 80s uniforms. And the one I went to, they had everything, including the big old Clairol, Aquanet hairspray dues and everything. So it does happen as we're on board the ship. And it's really neat because all the spaces, there's a lot of spaces, but they're all small and intimate. So that way it's kind of designed so that way you will actually to foster conversation and communication. And it's really neat. So our groups here, we did this the top left here, we did a private event where we were doing our own plate snap and eat with the foodie. You can see Scott got stuck in the swing. And then we found all types of fun and activities to be able to go. And then you can see Scott jumping onto that floaty. Now that's a 5-minute video of how he got on that floaty. So let me tell you, if you're looking for a drinking game, that video can be it. Now, of course, then you also have the groupie. For those of you that would like to go and do karaoke and have your own private karaoke experience, they usually ask me to do one privately by myself, me, myself, and I, for a variety of reasons, but there you go. And of course, there's the casino, and we've learned you can use your sailor loop when you get on board in the casino as well. It's kind of neat. Or maybe you have so much sailor loop that you need to go get a tattoo. You can. Totally possible. Then there's the arcade. And what's really neat about all this is you are not putting quarters in. This is all included. Okay. So it's free. You have the redemption spa. I love this heated granite countertop. You can go ahead and have your pedicure done as you're sitting there and looking out at the ocean. It's overall, everything's just great. And then of course you have the booty free shops. Now, why do I point those out? Simply because you may on the last day of the cruise suddenly find out that you have a whole bunch of sailor loot left over, and you may have to turn around and say, Scott, we have 15 minutes to get to the shops before we get it in US waters, and they're going to have to close, and we may have $700 we have to spend because you got one heck of a deal with Virgin, and you may end up having to do very quick shopping there. It's good that they're on board. And then there's the runway. Now, this is where a lot of people will go to run, or if you're Lindsey or me, you might go to stroll and take a couple of really nice photos.
Yes, this is where you can get your
say you're coming through.
Yes, your TikTok content, any kind of great photos with the ocean view, and you don't have any judging eyes because everybody's there doing it. Now, of course, you do see the people actually using the runway like they're supposed to and running. We don't get in their way, but it's so beautiful up there because this is actually the highest level that you can get on at the ship. And it's absolutely stunning, beautiful. And this is where you get that nice haul with the Virgin sign too. So
and then I want to point out, I really like Patrick because he pointed out that vinyl is back in style. So, you know, I'm just pointing that out, Lindsey. You are now stylish because you know what to do.
Oh, see, I know. I'm in.
And then I also feel the need to let you know that I got a text message that says "Go Bolts." So I don't know if they just scored or something, but I just thought I should update everyone.
Yay, sports.
Yay, sports. So here we go. We now have, if you want to work out, you've got plenty of room to do so. You've got private gym equipment. I love the fact that the treadmills are right there. So you have a view and you get to look out at the ocean as you're doing it. They have, of course, that you can do, they have spin classes, they have everything. And of course, group fitness classes are included. You can even, if it's, I think this is gone now, right? You can even try bungee fitness. Oh, yes, amazing. It actually happened. Let me tell you. I thought that was going to be a lot of fun and just be like, you know, something funny. I'd fall on my face a couple times and then that'd be it. No, the damn thing was a workout. I was sore the next day. I did not sign up for that. Then, of course, there's the Aquatic Club. Now, the Aquatic Club is where a lot of events happen. So what I like is you have that whole top area of the pool where you can kind of just sit on the edge, put your feet in, stand up, walk around, do whatever else, and then you have that giant swimming area. If you are looking to do Olympic pool laps, this is not the cruise for you. You can do that at the Beach Club in Bimini, but you can't do that here.
As a past swimmer, I will tell you, it's not easy to do laps here, but at the Beach Club, go for it, have fun. This is where you're gonna just have that step down moment where you could do a full on dance party. You could just sit and have a cocktail while you're in the water, immersed in the water, cooling off in that Caribbean sun. But you really don't have to be swimming because honestly, how many times have you been on a cruise and you've seen a ton of people swimming laps on the cruise? most of the time you see the kids in there and you're just wishing that they would go somewhere else. Remember, they're not on our ship, so it's all for us, 100%.
100% for adults. And I think this was a lovely picture or a video. It was. Look, but it's for adults, but they want you to bring out your inner child. So you'll see that we are on a teeter-totter designed for 4. Don't worry. There's a video. Yes, it's entirely possible to fall off of that. Just think we tell you. Just letting you know, we may have been sober. So that's the scary part. So then, of course, what do we do with the rest of the cruise? Anything that you want. And what I really love is we have a whole bunch of these events planned everywhere, but a few people were asking me, so where's the private parties that we have in Bimini? Well, most of the time when we're doing that, you'll see in the second picture on the top and the second picture to the left, there you'll see Pat and Howard are there sitting, and Mary Jo, there's Cheryl. And that spot right there, that is where we have the private events, a lot of our private cocktail parties. So those that are going in May or in October, when we are in Bimini, guess what? We have a private event there. And it is fantastic. They bring in drinks and we just have a blast. And we like to use it also as kind of a wind down. So what will happen is we'll go there. The DJ typically starts somewhere between around 3 o'clock. He starts to phase out a little bit. And that's when we generally will start those. So I'm just going to say, Mark, Robin, everybody in that May cruise, that's where we are in May. And in case you're wondering, though, what that sail away party is like, and the ones that we always talk to everyone around, here's what it was. Oh, look, Scott's dancing. This is actually kind of the pre-party for the sail party. This is just before everything started to get started. We started to circulate drinks around. And yes, this slide was in the wrong spot, but we decided to go with it anyway. Now, talk about entertainment on Virgin. Again, everything's included, but this year they are dropping the mic and they're changing everything regarding our entertainment. So some of the shows have changed. Some of the events have changed. And I'm going to hand it right on over to Lindsey because she heard it the same day I did. And let's see which one of us remembers anything.
All right. So when it comes to our newest events, a lot of them will start up in May, which I think is really nice. So Kyle, you'll have to make sure you tell us all about them, because I think that there's going to be some when I sail April 28th that I'm not even going to be able to see, but you'll have an advantage of seeing them. Now, of course, we're doing more supper club series. So those that like to dine while they're being entertained, we've got you set up. These will be in the 2-story nightclub, the Manor area. So what we'll do is we'll have a set menu. You choose your options. And while you're being served supper, because I'm a Southern girl, I like my supper. But while you're being served supper, you're going to have all these different shows and entertainment. I will say some of our favorites are still going to stay around, which I love. Of course, dual reality being my absolute favorite. And the Untitled dance party thing will still be around as well. I still want Sean and Scott to jump into that one at least once. Hang in there. It's the weirdest thing that you've ever done sober, but it is so much fun. 100%. It really is. Thank you, Katie. Katie says it's fun. But all of these new entertainment series have started up because now that we're able to put more people on the ship, we're able to add more entertainment, which means that also we're adding more time slots. So if you're not able to get one time frame, don't worry, you'll still have options of getting other time frames. And remember, there's no upcharge for any of our shows. So it's just like going to New York for a show and then you have to stand over and wait call, or is it wait call? Is that what it's called? But
Right.
You stand there, and once they look to see how many showed or no showed, they'll go ahead and queue you in so you have a space to go through. So it's really nice to do that, or you can just grab a drink and see what's available. Now, next slide. Thank you. Live music is everywhere. If you haven't already been on the ship, I will definitely tell you, we are very proud of our live music. Of course, we do have our DJ set up, but you will see house bands going daily and nightly. You'll also see some new entertainment like our beautiful brand new shows. And yes, I've seen a sneak peek of this, but I won't spill the tea 100%. The songs and cabarets are so amazing, but the house music and the live music will really take your breath away because we decided to go with local talent from either Miami or close by. You're not going to see Broadway on our ships because if you wanted to see Broadway, where are you going to go? You're going to go to Broadway. We want to make sure you're seeing something new or different. Now, dual reality, here to stay. This is an acrobatic version of Romeo and Juliet. This is where the audience kind of gets involved a bit. You've got Team Red and Team Blue, and you get to decide who you want to be the one. That's okay. I can talk fast. It's fine. The Untitled Dance Party thing is definitely a fun vibe. It's always the first night and about the third night. You will see a lot of different types of dancing. We have some audience participation. It is very hard to sit still if you do jump into Untitled Dance Party thing. And
it has a talking cat.
It does have a talking cat that says, you know, don't be an asshole. And yes, that was just recorded. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now, also, I will share with you, we have a Scarlet Night for every one of our sailings. We encourage you to wear a splash of red for this night, and we really immerse the whole ship environment around 9 p.m. to this beautiful scarlet red color. You'll see hues of blues and purples, and you'll hear the whole story of why the ship is called Scarlet and why they're all coming to life, the whole story of our journey here. And I love, Sean, are you ready to show them what a real Scarlet Night looks like?
I have no idea which video this is. Let's find out.
Oh, I can't wait.
Keep the camera up. I love being recorded.
That was funny. Brian asked us because you guys can record this and send it to me. Is it okay? So there are performances all around the ship. There's pop-up performances that happen. And I went through some, and you'll see that all throughout the ship, different staging entertainers. Other things in it. I'm lying. Apparently, we didn't do any other things.
Oh, the pool party.
But there are performances all around the ship and all over, and then at the end you see a bunch of people jumping in the pool. And this is in January.
What I love is the crew said, does anybody want to jump in? We're like, what? In the pool? And watch.
Still have yet to figure out how to move past this once we do that slide thing. So we're going to see if we can, we'll just look at that. So the party goes ship wide. And it is literally, you'll start out kind of at the right at the base of the stairs, kind of where everybody comes in. And then you'll go through and you'll go Scarlet Night, then you'll go on, and you can see these are just some Scarlet Night pics of fun things that happen, including folks that jump in the pool at the end, as we all go through this lovely thing. And then we end up, and of course we get hungry. So where do we go? You have over 20 plus eateries on board. There's no buffets, no big dining halls. And what I really like is all specialty restaurants are included, so you don't have any upcharges when you go to them. The price is the price. So biggest ones that you can go to, Gun Bay is Korean barbecue. Extra Virgin and Pink Agave kind of go back and forth with the wake. All three of those kind of rank as like one of the favorite place for somebody. Again, when we talk about these, though, everything is virgin, everything's a little bit more over the top. So going to Pink Agave, we say elevated Mexican. There are no tacos on that menu unless you want to talk about the chocolate tacos for dessert. Okay. Everything is done a little bit differently, a little bit more of a twist, and taken a little bit more over the top. And don't forget that there's also secret menus and things that you can ask for while on board. Who would have thought that the vegetarian forward restaurant Razzle Dazzle would have one of the best steaks on board? Go figure. Then, of course, there's Test Kitchen. People either love it or hate it. I say go for the experience. And then if you're still hungry afterwards, there's a pizza place that's amazing. But go, because I will be blunt, it is, if you wanted to go to a restaurant, you'd be paying $300-400 easily per head to go and get that type of experience. It's all about the pairings of the food with the drinks and the textures of the food and everything. It's just, it's designed to look like a test kitchen. It really is. It's designed to look like a lab for a reason. And you'll see one of my favorites that where they come and they lift the plate up and there's smoke swirling around and everything. It's just a lot of fun. You got anything on this, Lindsay?
Look, I just say, since there's no charge for any of our restaurants, I've definitely made reservations just for dessert hopping. I mean, there's no shame in that whatsoever. So if you've eaten pizza, if you've had a late lunch and you have a reservation, you're like, well, I'm kind of full. Do I cancel or do I go? Just go for the desserts. It's
Absolutely.
Vacation. Have a good time.
And then
Speaking
go
of
ice cream.
Exactly. Speaking of one of my favorite places to grab desserts, let's just jump over to Lick Me Till ice cream. And yes, I said it correctly. And definitely jump in for some homemade daily ice cream.
Speaking of homemade daily things, what we do like to talk about is On Virgin the Sips. So right now there's lots of promotions and almost everybody who's already booked has about $600 of Sarah loot on most of the journeys that we're doing, or $600 bar tab, or at least a $300 bar tab. What Virgin does, instead of going ahead and having some type of alcohol plan that everyone in the cabin is forced to buy, because because drinks got inflated or what have you, Virgin doesn't inflate the drinks. So let's talk about what they offer you. If you buy a $300 bar tab, they'll then give you a bonus $50 on top of that you can spend on drinks. What can you get? A Heineken on board, including tax and tip, is $5. I live in East Tennessee. First, we can't pronounce Heineken. Second, even if we could pronounce it and ordered it, it would not be $5, including tax and tip. No. We can't buy a Bud for $5, including tax and tip. So just keep that in mind as you're going through it. Basic cocktails, $9. If you really want to know what a $600 worth of drinks will get you on board Virgin, one of my favorite new slides, it can get you up to 120 beers, 65 glasses of wine, 60 cocktails, 60 mocktails, because not everyone drinks. And what I love about this too, and we have a slide in here that shows it, if you go with folks that don't drink, it's great because they will actually make them a mocktail. And it's really nice. It's not just, oh, here's a Shirley Temple. They will actually customize it. For Lindsay, they were customizing mocktails to match the color of her dress.
That diva in me was like, yes, please.
It may have happened.
It was so much fun. If you do that and you match my drink to my dress, you're my favorite bartender. I'm coming to you every time. Just saying. Bonus points.
So, and then the other thing that you can do, and what I love is we have the shake your phone for champagne. When you're on board connected to that Wi-Fi, you can shake your phone and you will actually get champagne brought to you wherever you are on the ship. It is pretty amazing and it is a lot of fun. Once they deliver it, that bottle of Moet that they deliver to you, including tax and tip, is $95. That same bottle of Moet here in East Tennessee at the Kroger grocery store is $89.99 plus tax. They don't inflate the price of their drinks. It's just a lot of fun to be able to go and you don't have to worry about it, nor does everyone in the cabin have to buy a super expensive drink package that they're not going to use. Now the fun part, we promised you some new things and new itineraries and new ideas. We've already told you where these folks are going to, where these new ladies, these sister ships are going to stay. But the very first one that's coming up for us is May 26th. May 26th through 31, we have the May Gemini birthday and bear bash. and there's only a few cabins left. And when we say there's only a few cabins left, we mean like none. And this is the one where you're all going to hear me sing. And even though Mark asked me not to sing, I'm still going to be forced to sing because it's his birthday and I'm going to feel obligated. Now, he'll need therapy. It's okay. I got him an advanced coupon discount thing. He can join Lindsey on Thursdays and Saturdays. That's why I got my own Groupon for therapy. So they'll be able to do that when they hear me sing. But let me tell you, it's going to be pretty amazing. Some extras that we already have, just to give you an idea, because whenever we go on these cruises, whenever we're planning them, I know you're surprised to hear we may go a little over the top, says the man in a Krampus outfit. Just saying. So day one, we're in Miami. Of course, there's going to be a lot of fun. Everyone's going to go on the sail away party. There's probably a grog walk in there. There's going to be dinner. It's going to be pretty amazing. Day two, we have a private cocktail hour to go to between 4 and 5. Day three, we get to go to Puerto Plata, and that's when we really celebrate Mark's birthday. But he doesn't know all the things we have planned, and we're not going to tell him everything because apparently he showed up today and he doesn't read all the emails. So I'm usually able to just type them in there, but he doesn't see them. Well, I know he sees them, but he doesn't remember, so it's okay. So, and then day 4 hits, and what we do is we go ahead and we have a private paint and sip class. That is actually a lot of fun. It is unlimited bubbly, and they bring you drinks, and the class is usually about an hour and a half. We may have been there for 2.5 hours one day. We showed up, Scott and I showed up, and they said, oh, let's paint bears. I know that surprises you. Then day 5, we go to Bimini, and then since it is our last day, you painted the wall.
You left out that you splattered the wall with paint.
That was not me, that was Scott. That was Scott. They were teaching it. Yeah, they went ahead and he showed him how to flick the paintbrush to create flecks of snow. And he decided that the entire wall needed to be flecked with snow. And my camera, actually. Then we have day 5. Day 5 is our last day. So where do we go? Of course, we're going to be in Bimini. So we actually have tea time in Bimini. We're going to have the old-fashioned tea party from 3 to 4 with all of the to wish Mark and send him off for his birthday voyage. And then when we end, day 6 comes. Apparently people fly home. And apparently they kick us off board, but not before we actually have one last final champagne brunch. Because if we're going to go and sit at the airport, we're going to have a champagne brunch. So as we get through it. Mark, are you excited yet?
Remember, you got to, if you have Sailor Loot or Bar Tab, it's a use it or lose it while you're on the cruise. It does not roll over to your next one. So I want to see that champagne flowing. I don't want anybody leaving money behind. And what's great about your Bar Tab is if you want to buy others drinks, Virgin Voyage just doesn't look at you funny. You could do that. It's your money. So go for it. You want to buy rounds for people? Become everyone's best friend.
Absolutely. And then all right, so Mark, I was going to ask you, so are you getting excited? You were muted a second ago when you went to talk.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button, but yes, I'm over the moon. I'm counting the days, minutes even. So excited, and I can't thank you enough. It sounds like it's going to be absolutely incredible lifetime trip. So
we're going to take lots of videos and pictures, so that way when you hear everyone had a good time, you'll be able to look at them later on and see you did too.
That's fantastic.
The FOMO is real for sure, Mark. I hope you have the best birthday ever.
Oh, it's going to be amazing. We have an incredible crew of people coming with us, and a lot of people who are coming with us on this cruise, we actually met on our last cruise last year. So, we were on one trip and such a community. I'm so happy to meet everybody, and hope to see and meet everybody on future cruises.
For my birthday. Well, thank you. And then after this, our next big thing is going to be the All Hallows Bash. Why? Because Lindsey said, hey, let's do a Halloween. And so we have the All Hallows Bash coming up. And just so you know, on that All Hallows Bash, we have a bunch of extras already planned. Guess what's going to happen? We're going to have a couple private cocktail parties. We actually already talked to them today about having a private event in the spa area at night. Ooh. Nobody seems to do that. I don't know why. Maybe nobody
Night spa
asked.
sounds amazing.
That's right.
Night spa just sounds the best.
Yes.
Night spa event.
They actually, we've done this, what they'll do is they actually shut down the whole spa for us, and then we can have a DJ in and have a little private event.
Sit with me. I didn't know you need to go there. Sit right here.
We will have a good time as we go through. And so we have night spa events. We have a couple of private events on the plate and sip, and snap plate and sip, where they teach you how to do all these lovely photos. And then of course we have some private tea times. And then there's Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving is actually really exciting because here's the thing, you don't have to cook.
That's the one.
I know you were surprised to hear that, because you actually don't have to cook. You can actually go on this 8-day right now, just true incentives. There's some spectacular incentives for this Caribbean cruise. We have half a circle already on this. So this is one that's going to just truly be fun. And again, you have great tours. You have Puerto Plata, San Juan, St. Croix, you have Bimini, and then you have these 2 days at sea, which I thoroughly am looking forward to. And last year, the reviews at Thanksgiving were actually pretty high. Lindsey, do you remember anything about the Thanksgiving last year?
I was
Oh my
on
gosh.
Thanksgiving last year.
Oh, that's it. Tell us about that one.
I heard Katie. Katie,
Yeah, I
you
was
were on
asking her to
that
tell
one?
us.
Yeah, I was on Thanksgiving last.
Best cruise, best cruise.
What? So tell us about that one.
I think she's frozen. Oh no, but at least she's not making a funny face, so it won't be on the recording.
Absolutely. No funny faces. All right. It's more fun for me when I have them. Then after that, what do we have? We have a few folks that are going on the Brilliant Lady holiday. We have some folks going on the Scarlet Lady holiday, but then we are on our Brilliant Lady San Juan Mermaiden. On the Brilliant Lady San Juan Mermaiden, as you all know, we are flying in December 28th. We have lots of events planned, and we have special hotels all over the place. Now, let's talk about the hotels. If you're interested in them, they're on the Facebook group page. Please go ahead and start booking, because they are filling up very,
It's so cute.
then I will tell you that you have just so many events. So we have that. Then we're going to the Rum Factory. The next day, we are actually going ahead and going to private walking tour. And then when we finally all go board the ship, we have private excursions in 2 of the ports. We also have private cocktail parties. You name it, it's happening. And again, this is gonna be one of those trips. The ports are amazing. The people that are going are amazing. And we have all types of private events. And we even have Lindsey.
That's right. And not only that, I am a Southern Caribbean virgin. So this is my first time to be at any of these ports of call. I'm excited to share this with all of you. And it's going to be my vacation. So you're not going to see my name tag on. I am going to be part of the group. But, you know, there's always a little bit of talking ship when we get to a chance to, at least. But I am so excited.
But we'll be but when Lindsey and I get to go, this will be a lot of fun, because we get to go, everything's already put together. And we've actually already started talking, even though Circles doesn't let me talk to them until 4 months out. I've actually already started talking to them about some of the different things that we're doing. We do have private event pages already up for the New Year's Eve cruise. We have private events already planned and approved. It's pretty exciting. The only thing left for us all to do is go ahead and figure out one last thing, and that would be airfare. And I will let you know that will come on May 4th. Why? Because that's when the last 2 airlines are announcing their Christmas sale, or the holiday sales. And, that was more on the Brilliant Lady San Juan. And then, of course, we have next year. So let me just go ahead and throw this out there for folks that are interested. Now, a lot of folks are in my group event, and a lot of folks are working towards their cruises so that way they can qualify for a free one. And this is the one I always tell them, that if you qualify for one of the free ones, this is the cruise I would take. Why? Because there's no restriction on those free ones. So take the one that's 14 nights that goes from Singapore to Dubai. Look at these ports. This is a dream cruise. You start in Singapore, you go to Kuala Lumpur, you actually end up going to Bombay, you go to Dubai. I mean, I don't know how many places on a bucket list you could actually check off in a 2-week period, but I can't imagine doing more than what this cruise allows you to do. We have a lot of special events worked on this. We even have special airfare worked out at this point. So anyone interested in that, get back with me on these. Don't forget about your free cruises that you all qualify for, and let's make sure that we pick a really good one to do. There are already no sea views that are available. There's people are limited on sea terraces and above. There are some insiders, but it's basically sea terraces and above that are already. I mean, it is not too early to think about these cruises because they are actually selling out. Lindsey, do you have anything you want to add on that?
Well, I saw a confused face or two when you said sea view, so I just wanted to jump on that. The sea view just means that it has a porthole window. There's not a balcony on it. So that's the reason he's saying there's limited of those, but the balcony ones, we still have lots of opportunities for that. But this sailing is going to sell out fast. It's a hot commodity, 14 nights, and it's absolutely stunning. I penciled it in my calendar, but not penned it in yet. This is a dream for me, if that was even possible. And since, Wi-Fi is on the ship, I can always work from the ship, right, guys? Is there any votes for me to go on this one too? Because I'm in. But yes, this is going to be one of the most stunning itineraries, 100%.
This itinerary is just, I can't believe it. I feel very lucky that we're able to do this. And I'm really excited to be able to take people on this. This is going to be one where, and you all know how I believe that whenever I'm involved in a cruise or involved in any type of transportation or travel, I want it to be something that you can't do elsewhere. So think about that brilliant Lady San Juan Mermaiden. We're going and we're getting to we're going basically to a plantation that's been there since the 1700s in one family, and they're closing it down for us to do like the special event, right? And where we're going to learn all about the cultural history. We're going to learn and taste all these rums that are not even for sale yet. And we get to do all of that. That's just one of the experiences. So now let's think about what we can do there versus what we can do here. Totally different. We've already started planning, folks, already started talking to people about different things that we're able to do. We've already started talking to folks in Mumbai and putting things together. We really want this to be one where people are just going to have the time of their lives and do something totally different. And then because Halloween is so much fun, we are going to mimic and redo our Halloween, but next year's Halloween is a little bit different. Next year's Halloween, we're in Key West.
Yes, we're on Key West on Halloween Day. I'm still looking at what they're doing. I don't know if anybody knows anything about Key West and their vibes and what they do for Halloween, but they have a lot of fun things that happen, a couple of festivals around Halloween that are super fun. But this itinerary with us actually in Key West on Halloween, I cannot wait for it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, Sean, we got to put a group here because it's absolutely stunning and you guys will have a good time. It's a 4-nighter, leaves on Wednesday, back on Sunday. So you're not really losing out a lot of PTO time if that's something that you're always looking at, especially if you're doing the, Singapore to Dubai. So just think about it like that. It's only really 2.5 PTO days. So it's a fun one for sure. And it's short, sweet. And if you remember it, awesome. If you don't, that just means we'll show you video later.
That's right. Don't worry. There's always going to be video and you can download it at $9.99 a minute. Wait, what are you talking about? All right, sorry. So that being said, a couple of things. Lindsey, I want to let you know, I've already had all the requests. I've had 4 already come through asking for a solo sail for 2024. Okay, so we're going to need you to work on that.
Well, you saw we do have a solo, no single supplement promotion. It did come out let's see, what was it?
Well,
This
you're
last
getting
week.
there. You're getting there. Almost. We're almost there because we're
Almost
done.
there.
We're
But
almost
it's
there.
for Mediterranean sailings, Mediterranean.
Yeah, it's for this year, but we want that 2024. So you got to bring me that out because we already have some people already asking about it. I've had 4 or 5 already ask about it since since we kind of hit that because they like that April cruise. Now,
Oh yeah.
this one for Halloween is going to be truly over the top. Already talked to the Key West Chamber, and they actually have some things already planned for next year, which I am surprised because they usually move slow. So, yep. So we've got some events that we're already working on for them. We may even have something having to do with a parade. I'm just going to put that out there. So I just want to let you know that's in the works. Now, let's talk about, we talked to you guys on all of those cruises. I have exclusive inventory. I have seized certain rooms. They're only available through us. And of course, we locked in pricing before this latest price increase. So that's really important. Okay. The current offers now, even though if you have looked at this offer, I will let you know if you already have booked, unless I've told you that this is a better offer for you, you need to stay with the offer you have. I've actually looked at them. Why? Because your offer was booked under different pricing. Okay. If you have not, this is what the current offer is, that they will actually, Virgin will give you up to $1,200, recognizing that airfare to Europe is insane. They'll give you up to $1,200 in airfare credits when you book, so long as you book by May 24th of this year. Now that $1,200 in airfare credits, that's referring to Mediterranean sailings. Okay. It's $5, but for Caribbean sailings, they'll give you up to $500 off on any of the Caribbean sailings. Again, here's the deal. That comes directly off the price of your cruise. It is not, you don't have to book your flights with Virgin. You don't have to book heck, you can decide to drive. They don't care. They're just giving you that as an incentive. Okay. You don't even have to like paint like little wings on the car. You don't need to worry about any of that. All right. If you'd like to paint wings on the car, that's fine. We want video or it didn't happen. All right.
Right.
No, that's just where it is. Again, that's where they got it. And of course, they're still offering $600 in free drinks per cabin. That is per cabin. And that's up to $600 in free drinks. Again, that is if you are on a cruise that is 7 nights or more, they will give you up to $600. If it is less than 7 nights, you will get $300. And for our solo sailors, please know this is cannot be combined with the airfare offer. So for our solo sailors, they're offering you 600 in free drinks on voyages of 7 more nights, and there are no single supplements on cabins within the sea terrace category. So what that means is I can generally get you on the cruise ship in a balcony cabin with a hammock cheaper than I can put you in an insider. Okay.
Exactly.
But again, this is limited to a couple things. 1, European sailings, and 2, it cannot be combined with the airfare. Now, this is the part where we want to talk about making Lindsey give us money.
Who likes money? Anybody? Okay. All right. Just making sure. So the reason that you gathered along with me and Sean and his beautiful costume here is we put these virtual cruise nights on so you get the information, you see what's on the agenda and the calendar for the year so you can start planning if you want to sail with Sean, Scott, or when I'm jumping on. And what's great is since you're here or if you're watching virtually, if you get booked with Sean in the next 7 days, of course, that's till April 25th, I'm going to gift all new bookings some kind of onboard credit. So you can go to the spa, go get that tattoo you've been wanting. If you want to go get your hair done or get some shopping, or just go to the casino, I'm going to make sure you have some extra money to spend. So if you book an insider or a sea view, remember that's the one with the porthole window, not the balcony, I will make sure you get $50 of onboard credit for the cabin. If you book a sea terrace category, so any one of those sea terrace categories that we have, I'll make sure you have $100 worth of onboard credit, what we call sailor loot for the cabin. And for my rock stars and mega rock stars, I know you've got so much already built into your incentives and extras for being in a suite, but I'm going to make sure you have a little bit of extra and make sure you get $200 worth of onboard credit for your voyage. So that's my gift for you guys. If you're able to get booked in the next week with Sean.
See, so I want to point out, you notice I redid her slide and said the way I really want to say it. Take Lindsay's money. That's how I believe it should be called. I don't think that we need to worry about whatever she's talking about on that. Just remember, she has money, her purse is open, let's steal it. Okay. She's not really stealing because she knows we're taking it. It's just one of those things where, it's like that thing that we pretend where every 2 weeks I go in her purse and take $20 and she pretends she doesn't notice. There you go. So we're going to go ahead. And so that's anything that I can add on to these sounds, because Lindsay is really good about making sure that we always have some sail available for our sailors, and always trying to help us come up with ways to stack sailor loot and stack promotions. That's why we like her. That's why we're so innovative on getting a lot of these things put through. We're one of the only folks that actually kind of understands all the different ways that Virgin lets us stack the sailor loot. Just remember that you can't combine this, like if you had a free cruise or something, you can't combine, you don't get money when you're doing a free cruise. They're giving you one or the other. Okay.
Yeah, sorry
So
guys. If it's freebies, I can't give you money on top. I can't pay you to go, but you can bring a +1 if you need to, and I'm available.
Now, interesting statistic, by the way, that I learned earlier today. It was what was it? It's 57% couples and 43% singles.
Correct. Yes, we were just looking at all of our statistic and analytics from just this March, and we're seeing more couples. The average age on the ship right now is between 35 and 69, with the average around 49, which is really cool. And we're seeing a lot of couples doing celebrations, and then we're seeing a lot of solos going on and just having a good time. So it's a really great opportunity for solos.
Now let's talk about the Halloween bash just for a minute.
Yes,
so
Halloween.
Here's the thing. If we wanted to go this Halloween, I want to make sure people know, under the current promotion that Lindsay's offering, okay, you get $100 exclusive sail loot just for doing it through me. Of course, my agency matches that and gives another $100. But let's talk about this for a minute. What is the Fab Suite?
So this is the second largest suite that I have on the ship. This is, you've got your massive suite, and then you got the Fab Suite. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the Mega Rockstar Suite. So remember, this is priced with your taxes and fees already included. Also, you've got the drinks on us and a daily bar pass throughout the whole sailing. That also mirrors to the Beach Club at Bimini. So everything that's included in your Mega Rockstar Suite is also right there at the Beach Club. You have a private access to Richard's Rooftop, as well as Richard's Retreat over at Bimini. And of course, all those extras. So the Fab Suite for 2 sailors for this Hallows sailing, was it All Hallows sailing is what we called it? Yes. That is for the 5-night, it comes to $12,404, taxes included. Then, of course, we have our Brilliant Suite, still one of my Rockstar suites, not at the mega level, but still a suite. Brilliant Suite is one of my highest suites in the Rockstar level. That one comes at $5,780 for 2. My Central Sea Terrace, this is my Sea Terrace. It's more midship. So I have a lot of people that have sailed before. I know there's a lot in the Match and Seymour sailing program here. Some people really prefer having more of a medium or a midship experience on their Sea Terrace. So I have some of those Sean's put to the side, and we worked together, make sure you had that option. Those come at $3,142 for 2 sailors. And of course, my Sea Terrace categories, that'll be either more forward or aft of the ship, and those are $3,040. So, and that's all for 2 sailors and that pricing. Of course, if you need solo pricing, reach out to Sean. He's got these cabins on hold. You will not see them if you go to the Virgin Voyages website right now, because he's got them held for a certain amount of time just for this group.
And with that being said, that Fab Suite, just so you know, I normally don't recommend these because of the expense, but actually that Fab Suite is a great price. That includes all alcohol basically for you, both in room and outside the room. And it gives you, the Fab Suite is really great. And if you're having like a big group and you want to have parties and you want to have things like that in your room, oh my God, I prefer this to the massive suite for the parties. Just putting that out there.
And that is
now,
definitely something we can put together. If you need your own cocktail party, we've got you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're good at that. Lindsay and I can do cocktails. Now, that being said, I want to point out, so that's all those rooms and that's 100. And of course my agency would match it with 100. But for Sean, I really wanted a better deal. I don't like paying list price. I hate that. She's not on this call. Otherwise I'd call her out. The first 10 people, for the very first 10 people, that price that you saw on the prior page, Lindsay's not going to give you $100, but you'll get $300 off the price on NEC Terrace or above. And you will get $700 in salary and $600 in drinks. Now, wait, Sean, I'm getting the Mega Rockstar. I'm getting the Rockstar. We're not taking away your drinks that you get from that. This is if you were just booking, you still get that, but we're also going to give you even more. Okay. And you'll get $700 in salary as well as save $300 on the price. I can do that for 10. Yes, yes, yes. And what she doesn't know is that she actually had to approve this.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. She may have approved it by email without realizing she did, but it was a wonderful thing. So for the first 10 folks that are interested in the All Hallows Bash, or actually any of the bashes that we're talking about, I can include this within the offer. So that being said, that is something that is still available to everyone, and we can actually go ahead and get all that done. So the moral of the story is, call me maybe. I mean, is that what I'm supposed to say?
No,
I don't know
now.
anymore. Call me now. Call me now. So if anyone's interested in booking with any of these, let us know. Then, and also, if anyone has any questions on any of the topics for any of those cruises we covered or anything else, we're here. If you have questions you want us to answer and we didn't answer them, ask us. We are ready to go ahead and give you updates. We're ready to let you know all about any specials that that we've entertained or trying to get planned or put in place. We're willing to fill you in as much as you want, or as little as you want. So that being said, I'm going to stop the screen share for a minute and if anyone can't find my bathroom number, just check the bathroom where you are. We've gone in and we've had my number etched on that wall. You're fine. We will get everything done for you. I'm seeing the notes here I'm seeing a lot of notes here on, I'm sorry.
It wasn't me that put your.
It will be, you'll be on Virgin. So, but if anyone has any questions, by all means, please let us know. If anyone is wanting to see something or didn't see something that they wanted to know about, let us know.
With Zoom on here now.
Yes, honestly, these itineraries are selling fast. I'm so happy, Sean, that we were able to put some inventory, to the side, especially for that Singapore to Pai. Really great options, but they won't last long. I wish I was sailing with you all the whole time, but next time. Yeah, no problem. But I think it would be fun.
We have you on two. We've got you on that one, the Singapore one, and then we've got you at Singapore. You're penciling in Singapore. We know.
It's like, is that
Don't worry, Mark and Robin. As soon as they pick out what they're doing in August, I'm letting you know you'll probably go on that too.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. But remember, if you get these extra loots, use it or lose it. Don't let it sit.
Everyone knows what to do with extra bar tab, right?
Drink it.
Yes, and if that doesn't work, and if you have some extra that's bar tab, you go to the bar on the last day and you tell them you want a bottle and tell them to leave it sealed. You can take it off the ship.
Yes, indeed.
If you're in a Rockstar and you have 5 bottles of bourbon sitting there that magically appeared, you can take all 5 with you when you leave the ship. You also can give the staff, the happenings cast some as well.
I want
And
to
if
see
you have-
emojis. Who's excited about that? That you can purchase the bottles and take it off the ship. They may give you a little side eye, but it's fine. That's just,
They recommend it. The bar
It's not-
staff will actually turn to you and tell you to do it.
No, I'm not saying we do. That's the
Oh, yeah.
customs people. That's the people over at the side in the uniforms that look scary, but not so scary at the same time. Don't worry about them. You bought your bottles, they're sealed. Go and enjoy.
And then you know that, and if anyone needs to understand how to go ahead and get that sailor loot and use it at the casino for a profit and to have fun with that, just go mention that over to here to Roche, okay? So that way they can go ahead.
That's awesome.
Any questions?
I was just looking through. I see you've got a lot of people that are excited about it. Is their luggage considered expedited as well? Well, Patrick, I did
They
want to
actually
say,
sell your luggage on the street and they want you to buy new luggage on the ship. That is why you got so much sailor loot. And I don't understand. No. So what they do is actually you'll be fine. As soon as you get there, the luggage is usually on the ship within about an hour of I'm boarding and the luggage is either already there or it's coming up within an hour. So I've never actually waited for it.
and what I love is when you get on the ship, your cabin's ready right away. You don't have to wait in some kind of atrium or hang out in the galley and wait for a message to come through. Maybe not. No, you go straight to your room, freshen up a bit, and then you go right out and do your thing.
On both of the cruises that my wife and I have done, our luggage was there before we even finished the muster video.
Oh, perfect. That's perfect. Oh yeah, guys, don't skip the muster video.
No, you have to go. You have to go. I mean, you can have a drink, but you have to go.
Yeah.
You can have 2 drinks. Any chance, but you have to
You
go.
don't even have to put on the life jacket at all. You just watch them and that's it. Done.
Yeah, no, I'll agree with that too. The cruise that we went on,
What?
our bags were in our cabin, like
Within an hour.
yeah, like
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very fast.
And I like to get changed and comfortable and, shower or whatever. So I was like waiting for those bags.
Yeah, but they got there very, very fast. Went and had a drink up by the pool, hung out, did part of some of the party. But yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys are part of the unpack first thing when you get
Yes.
there. Yeah.
For
Yep.
sure. Get it ready. So you don't have to look
Love
for it. Get it all
Right.
out.
Right.
Yeah.
It might not be if it weren't for me, but I'm like, no, I need to have it ready just to save time
Mhm.
later.
Put
Have
your
it ready, put the bags in a nice little space under the bed and you're set and ready and you know where everything is. So then you can go and relax and you don't have to stumble in that night and go, damn.
Oh yeah.
Get all your costumes together.
Yep.
Mhm.
Exactly. Sean, you know all about your costumes. I'm telling you, our Scarlet Night outfits, I don't even want to stand beside you. You're too stunning with yours. Just saying.
Oh, honey, I didn't have to have the Scarlet Night outfit to be stunning.
So modest.
I mean,
I can be when I'm wearing this. I'm Krampus.
Oh,
No,
Lord.
we have so yeah, and I have no idea. I'm not entirely certain what Scott is usually the one in charge of all those Scarlet Night outfits, so we have no idea. As we're going through, I'm just trying to see if we've answered all questions. I think we got a lot of there are craft beers on board. I
Now,
agree the
I
brown
did
butter ice
see-
cream's good.
Callie and Roche just signed off. They waved goodbye.
that's
Bye.
fine. I did see a question come in about, can you bring alcohol on board? Now, you can actually bring up to 2 bottles of wine sealed in your cabin in a carry-on.
Mhm.
Anything else you cannot. Now, if you bought anything at the duty free whenever you were at the port of call, that's fine. They will tag it, bag it, and you will get it the night that you get home. But it just has to be there. But just for those that know, I just want to make sure that no one's bringing their favorite spirits on the ship because it will stay in Miami, and you'll see it on a nice table, and then you'll see all the crew partying later as you sail away with your alcohol that you left behind. So just so you know, you can bring wine, sealed, carry on with you, nothing else.
And, you know, for those that want to know about how to reseal that wine, you can talk to me later when we're offline and not being recorded. And just in case no one noticed, I did have my virgin octopus up here for a while today, okay? I tried for 2, but I was lopsided and he kept falling off. So that was the end of that. So I got it. All right. Anybody got anything else? Any other questions? Anything? Anybody want anything else included? No? You good?
Nope, I just sent you an email about next August, the end of August for possibly.
Did you
for
pick
my
the
birthday.
dates?
I think I have the dates, but we're still mulling it over. We're still trying to make
Gotcha.
it work. But I had some questions for you, so you'll see it.
All signs are pointing to yes. We're just a little hesitant,
Well,
but
if he
I mean,
wants
we
to
could have
pay
just
for the
thrown
whole
a
thing,
video
yeah.
up and said, hey, look, I could have just thrown another slide up. It would have been fine.
Oh, well, that's fine. Next time, next
Okay.
time, next month.
That's right. That's right. All right. I get to take these off now. Yay. So everyone, I'll have the video up on YouTube, you know, tomorrow. And anybody who has this, I'll never be doing this again, by the way, because this really has been bothering me the whole time. And I've touched it several thousand times and I've spread it all over to, I mean, the cat is going to be looking very interesting for the next week. So, you know, hey, we'll see what happens. The neighbors will probably report me for abuse, but we'll see. Hopefully it will come off her later. If not, we'll just dye the rest of her pink and see what the hell happens. I don't know. One of the
All
two.
right, guys. Well,
all right.
enjoy your night. Very nice to be here again, and reach out to Sean, get those bookings flowing in, so you can get your extra loot and more.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Have a good
See you
night.
next month, maybe. We'll
Yeah,
see.
maybe.
Cheers, guys.